In this video, we will discuss what null, undefined, and NaN are in JavaScript. In the variable section, we discussed that we assign primitive and non-primitive values to a variable. JavaScript includes some additional primitive data types like null, undefined, and NaN, which can be assigned to any variable. Every data type has a special meaning. Let's look at them. Let's discuss null first of all. We assign null to variables, which means that at this time it does not have a value, but it can be added later on, like over here in my example, var my, and I have taken a variable name and equals to null. If I alert it, it will have no value but null. Okay, so what happens in null is we check null by assigning conditions to it. Like this has null. Add this condition to it. We haven't really studied conditions yet, so let me give you a little concept of them. In this, we have added its condition, then I check it. If the name is null, I will execute it. And if I have the name undefined, I will execute this. What happens in null and undefined? So let's look at undefined again. Undefined is also a primitive value in JavaScript. Undefined means a variable that I have declared but have not defined, so its value is undefined. Here, my var. So in the last one we wrote null, but in this one we will write nothing, and when I alert it, it is undefined. Here is an example. If the name is null, execute it, and if the name is undefined, execute this code. Mostly, we use its condition to check it. Okay, so here's an example of undefined. Here, I have a function of sum which has value 1 and value 2. When I return it again, addition, so when I call sum, I will add value to sum. Value 1, I will go to value 1. Value 2 is undefined because I have not given it a value. I have declared it, but I have not given it any value. So this means that it is undefined. Okay. So what does NaN mean? Not a number. The global NaN property is a value representing not a number. We can understand from NaN that it will not be a number. JavaScript returns value when, let us suppose, we don't have a number. For example, I try to subtract from cucumber. I subtract or divide 10, so it will return to me that cucumber is not a number. Here I have three separate differences: undefined, null, and NaN. In undefined, it is the default value of uninitialized variable. We shouldn't assign undefined as a value. We cannot use the word like how we use the word null. We cannot use the word undefined after equals to. We can check it, but we cannot assign it to values. It is never assumed by default. You can assign this value if you want to reset clear. We use null when we want to reset or clear a value. We want it to not have a value, a variable, and afterwards we null it. It will be reset. So what is NaN technically? Here I have NaN. 3 multiply high, so 3 multiply. I have taken a string here. It is an invalid collection, so it will output not a number. No calculations could be performed. Technically, it's of type number and can therefore be used in calculations, and null and undefined and can never be entirely equal. So this is it for this video. Let's meet in the next video.